Welcome back guys, this is Shrikant. This is day 5 of our series Learn SQL with Shrikant. So in this video we are going to talk about DQL commands. So this is going to be very interesting video, and this is very important command while working with the SQL. Okay, let's start. So before moving to the DQL command, let's try to recap the definition. So data query language is a subset of a SQL used primarily for querying and retrieving the data from database, right? So there is only single command in the DQL, so which is basically select. And what is the use of this select? The use of select is to retrieve the data from the database. So from the database means from the table. So from the table or from the view, from the function, I would say these are the different objects. But right now focus on the table. So if you want to retrieve the data, if you want to see the data, what is there in the table, then you need to go with a DQL command, that is select. Then what is the importance? Essential for data analysis and reporting. Whenever you are going to write a code for the reporting, or whenever you want to perform some kind of analysis and you want to interact with the table, you want to interact with the database, then you need to go with a select clause, right? That is very important. So that's why the DQL is highly important. So it's very important to know the syntax first thing. So let's understand the syntax. I'm going to show you the syntax. Let's write it on the page. So if you remember, right, yeah, last time we created a table, then we added the table, then we updated win, and finally we have written something like select star from employee, right? So basically this is a DQL command. Now we are going to talk about this. So basically it is called as a DQL command. Now what is the syntax to write a select? Syntax is very simple. So whenever you want to pull the data or whenever you want to see the data, the syntax should be something like, so first you need to use a select, then you need to use a column name. So you can say column name 1, and let's say you have multiple column, for example, so just give a comma, then second column, then let's say you have 3 column, and so on. Then you need to use something like a from clause. So from which we are going to use with the select. So first you need to use a select, then the list of the columns, or star. Star represent basically all the column. For example, you don't know the column name, so simply use a star, it will list down all the column from the table. So here you need to provide the table name, correct? So this is a simple syntax. So first you need to write a select, then you need to provide the list of all the column separated by the comma. If you don't know the column, then just provide a star. Star means all column. Then use a from keyword, then the name of the table, correct? There are a few more advanced thing like where, order by, group by, those we will talk. But right now just focus on this simple syntax. So this is a very simple syntax, but we can also use a where clause also. This is optional. So where is optional here? There, here, and the condition. This is optional. It's not required, but I'm just providing you as a context. So the syntax should be something like this: select, then the name of the column or the list of column, then the from, and then the table name. So for example, just imagine I just have created table called as a employee. This is my table what I have, and I don't know the column name, and I want to see the list of all the columns. So how would I fit it into the database? So this is the employee which we created the table, correct? So just fit it into the this statement. So select, keep it as it is, then just replace this table name, right? And I don't know basically the column name, right, which column I want to see. So what will I use? I'll simply use a star and just select and run it. So what will I get? I got basically the data from the table. Now my requirement is basically I want to see only this 2 column. Then how would I do that? So I would simply write the name of the column, emp id, then I would write age. I would see only 2 column. Previously I was seeing all column, right? Now I want to see third column also. So do you remember what was the third column? It was a name. Just write like that. I want to simply see the name only. Then how would I write? Simply name. So whenever you have a requirement to see all the data, just use a star. Whenever you have the requirement to see only a selected column, then provide that column in the select query. And here basically it's a data set. So here data set is a table. So just pass a table name and all the column. For example, now you might have the condition like I want to see the data only for the EMP ID where value is equal to 2. Now when I write the query something like that and execute, I won't get anything because data is not there. So if you see here, okay, just write it here EMP ID for better understanding. So when I execute this query, what would I get? I would get basically single record and the ID is basically 1. So if I execute this, I won't get anything, right? Now I want to go with something different. So let's say I am writing with another condition called as let's say name. There is no restriction that which column you can use any column present in the table. If I am running this, what will happen? I would get the data. Now why I am getting the data? Because I am using the right data and which is validating, which is getting true. Hope you understood the select. So this is a simple syntax. If you want to use with a where, you can use like this. There are a few more thing like we will talk that in coming video, like group by, then we also have having, then we also have order by, right? So these are a different thing, don't worry about that, but right now just focus on the select, how we frame the columns. And if I want to see the all column, just simply use asterisk or the star, or if I want to see the specific column, just provide that like this. Hope this is clear for you. Let's go back to the presentation. So this is a syntax and which is simple. DQL doesn't perform any kind of update, it just for retrieving the data. So you can safely use this command on the production environment, nothing will be happening on a small data set. Okay, next, there are some base practices which always we need to use while using the select command. So some people, for example, let's say I have a table which has a 1 billion rows and they want to just understand what are the different columns present in the table. What these people do, basically they simply pass the star. So what will happen, when we pass the star on the table, what will happen? All the column data will be retrieved and all the data basically retrieved. So it might slow down the slow down the query, and it could impact some kind of blocking and other stuff. So it's always good practice. For example, if you want to see only few column, then just pass a few name or use some top keyword to see only the limited numbers. Top keyword is used to is is to restrict the number of rows. Okay, then use where clause wherever is it's required for filtering data. For example, we are working on some kind of logic where you need some kind of data set which basically has some kind of condition like employee is equal to 1. What people do, basically they perform all the calculation and at the end they just simply write a condition, okay, where employee is equal to 1. So what will happen? We are unnecessarily pulling the long data. That is not necessary. So you can just put that condition at the starting itself, right? That is useful. Then use a join to combine data from the multiple table. That is good. So these are best practices we always need to follow. Then thank you. So I hope you guys understood what is DQL and what is the command comes under the DQL. It was very easy basically to understand. So I hope I tried to make it very simple. And if you still have any question or doubt, please comment over the comment section. And if you like our video, please don't forget to comment and share it with your network. And thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.